Once upon a time, in a small quiet village, there lived a poor man who worked harder than everyone. Yet he remained poor. One day, a mysterious old stranger told him just one secret about money. Years later, that secret changed his entire life. In a quiet village far from the noise of big cities, where the roads were dusty and the nights were filled with the sound of crickets, there lived a poor young man named Samuel. Samuel had nothing. His house was small and made of old wood. His clothes were worn out, and every morning, he woke up before sunrise just to work in other people's farms. Yet no matter how hard Samuel worked, he was always poor. Some days he barely had enough money to buy food. And every night, as he sat outside his tiny house staring at the stars, one question kept bothering him. Why do some people stay poor, while others become rich? Samuel believed something must be missing. Some secret, no idea. One strange encounter would change his life forever. One afternoon, something unusual happened in the village. He was an old man, but his clothes were clean and expensive. People whispered as he walked through the market. No one knew where he came from, but everyone could tell one thing immediately. Samuel watched him carefully. He noticed something strange. The man didn't act proud like wealthy people sometimes do. Instead, he quietly observed everything around him. He watched how people worked, how they spent money, how they talked about their problems. Later that day, Samuel gathered the courage to approach him. "Sir," Samuel said respectfully, "may I ask you something?" The old man looked at him kindly. "What is it, young man?" Samuel hesitated, then asked the question that had been haunting him for years. "Why do some people remain poor no matter how hard they work?" The old man smiled slightly, but instead of answering, he said something unexpected. "Meet me tomorrow morning by the old mango tree. Then I will tell you the secret." Samuel barely slept that night. His mind was racing. Was this the answer he had been searching for? The next morning before sunrise, Samuel rushed to the mango tree. The old man was already there. He handed Samuel a small coin. "Take this," the old man said. Samuel looked confused. "Now go to the market and buy something, anything." Samuel returned later with a small loaf of bread. The old man nodded. Then he asked Samuel a strange question. "Tell me, where's the coin now?" Samuel looked at the bread. "It's gone," he said. The old man shook his head. "No," he said calmly. "It was not used, it was consumed." Samuel frowned. He didn't understand. Then the old man leaned closer and whispered something that would stay in Samuel's mind forever. "Poor people spend money. Rich people make money work for them." Samuel felt a chill run down his spine. For the next few days, the old man gave Samuel strange tasks. One day he gave him 2 coins. "Spend one," he said. "Save the other." The next day he gave him 3 coins. "Spend one. Save 2." Then the old man asked Samuel a powerful question. "If you always spend everything you earn, how will money ever stay with you?" Samuel suddenly realized something painful. Every coin he had ever earned, he had immediately spent. The money never had a chance to grow. The old man continued. "Money is like a seed," he said. "If you eat every seed you have, you will never grow a farm." Samuel felt like his mind had just opened. Samuel decided to change his life. From that day forward, he saved a small part of every coin he earned. Even when people laughed at him, his friends mocked him. "Samuel thinks he will become rich saving tiny coins," they joked. But Samuel didn't stop. Slowly, his small savings grew. Then he used those coins to buy a few chickens. The chickens laid eggs. He sold the eggs. Soon he bought more chickens. Then he bought a small goat. Then another. Years passed. The villagers who once laughed began noticing something strange. Samuel was no longer struggling like before. One day, Samuel returned to the mango tree to thank the old man. But the old man was gone. No one in the village had seen him leave. It was as if he had simply disappeared. Samuel never saw him again. But the lesson remained. And over time, Samuel's small farm grew into something bigger. Much bigger. Years later, Samuel became one of the most successful men in the village. But whenever young people asked him the secret of money, he always told them the same story. Samuel would say, "Money is not powerful because of how much you earn." He would pause, then continue. "Money becomes powerful because of how much you keep and how you use it." Then he would add the same wisdom the old man once told him. "If you eat every seed you have, you will always stay hungry. But if you plant your seeds, one day you will grow a forest. So the next time money enters your hand, ask yourself a simple question. Will this coin disappear today, or will it work for your future? Because the difference between poverty and wealth sometimes begins with one small decision. If you enjoy powerful stories about money, human behavior, and life lessons hidden in simple stories, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now, because every story here reveals a secret most people discover too late in life. And the next story might be the one that changes your future.